In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
What dreams of
In a young girl's heart, how the music can free. Trying to tell a stranger about rock and roll.
You know the drill. I spin funny wheel to rate weapons. Alright, let's get to it. We already start with a shit weapon, the 3rd degree. Basically, it's just the stock fire axe, but heck no. I guess, or futuristic. This is kind of a shit weapon. Like, I do not like this weapon because I never had good memories with it. I used it, but it sucked because I didn't have no good melee weapons. This is actually one of the worst weapons. This weapon is an F tier.
Are you serious?
Oh boy, the fire axe. Where do I start? Only thoughts like pestering clown like this. That's why I'm raiding his house after this. But seriously, in all due respect, this weapon is ass. We all know that, right? So this weapon definitely does not exist to me. This weapon sucks. But don't worry, we're gonna get the good weapon soon. Hopefully. This is gonna be our first S tier because this is like one of the best weapons of Pyro. No, one of the best weapons of the game that I've used. Funny thing is, this is the weapon where I got the most kills with when I first started playing Team Fortress 2. Absolute good of a weapon. Like, I really like it. It's like the only stock weapon in this list that's actually really good. This is our first S tier. Remember I said that the flamethrower was an S tier? Well, this is a mega S tier. The rainblower is honestly a god tier weapon. I love this weapon. It shoots out rainbows. Freaking rainbows. Who wouldn't want that as a weapon? Looks like you're shooting fluffy pink unicorns. This is the best weapon of the game in general. But there are other better weapons in the game, but this is one of my favorites of the top 3 of my favorite weapons of all time in TF2. This is an S tier on top of the flamethrower. Now, the reserve shooter, I do know it's also for both Pyro and Soldier, but I rate them separately, and Soldiers will be in a different tier list video. So for Pyro, for me, I don't really focus on much of the shotgun type weapons for Pyro. I'm really focused on like the flare gun. But for this one, it's an okay weapon. I think the shotguns are better though. So I have to give this a D. The hot hand is actually, listen, it's not a good weapon, but I think it's a funny weapon though. Dying by a hand is actually just really funny. You can slap them silly. It's like really a silly weapon to me, but not really a good weapon in general. So I would have given this a low rating, but I'll actually just also give this a D tier.
Larry, what the hell are you doing? Larry, you touch us. Larry, oh, you're right. Barry. Right, what's going on?
The Slap, Part 2, coming soon to Fox. Ow, what the?
Yeah, this weapon sucks. Basically, in general, TF2. This is kind of one of the most suckiest weapons. But I do hear it does not suck in MVM. So I guess this weapon is kind of good. But I'm not rating weapons for Man vs. Machine. I'm rating this just for TF2. So I'm going to give this, yeah, this one's actually just bad. I'll just give it an F tier. I like this weapon. It's another one of those silly weapons. You die to a goddamn back scratcher. Listen, when I first got this weapon and used it and killed someone, I laughed because it's a back scratcher. I killed some dude with a back scratcher. That's so damn funny. So for this weapon in general, I like it. So I'm gonna give it a B tier. Now I know the shotgun is for both heavy, engineer, and soldier, but as always, they'll be in a separate video. But for Pyro, like I said, I don't focus on the shotguns more often. But this is better than the reserve shooter, and the shotgun is like more iconic. So I'm gonna give this B tier. Now the back burner is a good weapon, but not as better as the flamethrower or the rain blower. But this is actually good. I would not put this at B because I actually had a fond memory with this one. So I'm gonna put this one in A tier because I really like this weapon. It's really enjoyable at times. Homeworker is an alright weapon. I just put this in C tier. It's just, I don't really have that much good memories with it, but no bad either. So yeah, I just put this in C tier. Another really good S tier weapon. I really love the Dragon's Fury. When I first got this weapon, I was like, the hell is this? But then when I started using it, I started getting so much points and so much power with this. So this is a really good weapon. So yes, another S tier. Ah yes, the flare gun, one of my favorite secondary weapons for Pyro. Now, the basic flare gun, I have to give it a C because there is a better flare gun, or flare guns, than this one. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is the better flare gun. I like the design. I got a lot of kills with this one, and I'm really powerful with this one at times. So this is the better flare gun. So this is gonna get an A tier. To get with the flare guns faster, I'm just gonna also rate the score shot as well. I like the design. It really looks like a cigarette as a gun, but I think the detonator is much better, so I'm gonna give this a B tier. Okay. So the thermal thruster, yeah, I don't really like this. It's just a jetpack. A jetpack, dude. F tier. Alright. To people who love the extinguisher, I'm sorry, I don't really like this weapon often, because I didn't have fond memories with it. Maybe if I use it more, I would like it more. But to me, I gotta give it a D tier. The degreaser is a good weapon. I like this weapon. Not one of my favorite weapons, but it is actually a good weapon. So I want to put this one in B tier. Now this is the best melee weapon for Pyro. A literal lollipop. It's a lollipop. Like, what? It's so cool. Like, I use this weapon. No, I main this weapon actually for Pyro. This is one of the best weapons. S tier. As the panic attack is also for, well, mainly for engineer and heavy and soldier.
Oh, no.
But for Pyro, I gotta say, it's the same thing as most of the other classes. It's a good weapon. I like it. It's a good shotgun. And you saw me pick it up one time in a video with the banana texture when I was playing as engineer in a video. But I gotta admit, this is a good one. So I'm gonna give it a B. Yeah, the man melter is ass. It's an ass weapon. I do not really like this weapon. I used it once and it really sucked. So I'm not gonna say anything else about this weapon. So I'm gonna give this an E. Another good weapon, the power jack. I actually like this weapon. I'd actually put this along with backburner, also an A tier, but this is also a really good weapon. So I'd also put this in A tier. Yeah, this weapon is bad. But the design is really badass. I gotta give it to it. I would give this lower, but due to the design, it's actually gonna make it go a little higher. So this is gonna be an E tier. Now on to our final weapon. A weapon that a lot of people see on Pyros, and especially in 2 Fort, which is the Neon Annihilator. Now, the Neon Annihilator, yeah, I like this weapon. This weapon is good. Not like really good, but I only use this sometimes. Mostly on 2 Fort. I mean, I see a lot of Pyros use it on 2 Fort. So for my last weapon, my honest rating, this is a B tier.